And welcome back. Now, wait a minute, this isn't the verses. Technically it is. But it's not a versus. It's not anything that I had normally planned. But I had the day off, and I thought, most of my main videos I have set up for the next day, couple days. So I'm like, I got time, I got the day off, and I got a backlog of just quick discussion videos to do. Why don't I just cram out a couple discussion videos? So yeah, that's what I figured I'd do today. This first one, I'll do 3 quick ones. None of them are going to be above maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So yeah, this first one goes from Parker Smith, who asked the question, what do I think is better, anime logic or Toon Force? Now, this isn't necessarily saying these two are like in a versus fight per se, but what is more effective ultimately, in my opinion, anime logic or Toon Force? Well, let's determine first off what each of those are. And I like this. I use this one, this little picture with Goku yelling. A, because it's a perfect example of anime logic, but B, also a lot more anime logic is a bit more adult oriented. So I didn't want to put like a one on here that I don't normally delve into the more adult stuff on the channel. Very rarely will I ever mention or go into depth on this thing like that, just because it's not what I do. I'm just not a smut creator. I'm not a porn peller, or not anything like. I mean, I'm an adult, obviously, but at the same time, it's like, look, this channel should be for all ages, clearly. Plus, YouTube can be a fickle mistress, so I like to keep myself in the clear on these kind of things. But yeah, so I wanted to find something that represented the idea of Toon anime logic civilly and cleanly, and that's a perfect example of it. So what is anime logic versus Toon Force? Well, Toon Force is kind of the easier one, honestly, in my opinion, to explain. Toon Force is, and the reason I put the mask up here is the mask is a clear-cut example of someone who uses Toon Force. Toon Force is the ability to essentially do whatever you want, manipulate reality to your own, bend it to your own whim in whatever way you see fit, as long as it is deemed funny. As long as there is a humor behind it, you can do whatever you want. If it's not funny to someone in some way, then you can't do it. But because of what we see the mask get away with, Toon Force is he's technically unbeatable in many regards. But at the same time, we've seen him be defeated in other ways. When he fought Lobo, the way Lobo beat was hit him with a guilt bomb that basically caused him to be so guilty he took the mask off. We've seen other characters obviously be purveyors of Toon Force. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, they're all massive purveyors of Toon Force. So as long as it's funny, you can do literally anything. Anime logic, it doesn't work the same way. You can kind of do anything, but it's different. A couple big things to go with anime logic. Hey, right here. The anime logic of yelling makes you stronger. Now, we know yelling doesn't actually make you stronger, but it always seems depicted in Dragon Ball Z like the yelling makes them stronger, or in other fighting anime where they just charge and there you go. In other words, where it's like, hey, a 13-year, this person's a girl, this person's a guy, yet they look like the complete opposite genders. Anime logic. That has nothing to do with power or ability. That's just anime logic. Another perfect example would be another anime logic I saw was Kakashi, can breathe fire out of his mouth, but doesn't burn his mask at all with Kakashi from Naruto. It's things that don't make sense, but we just accept it. And if you want my opinion on what is stronger, what is better, then it's Toon Force. Because Toon Force, you don't have any sort of restrictions on anything. You can do whatever you want, so long as there's a level of humor behind it. With anime logic, it's not that you can do whatever you want. It's just the fact that things happen, and you just kind of accept them, even though it's a weird state of existence the way they happen. Yeah, so, Goku charges up, like, again, using this, Goku powers up, but he has to yell just, psych. In context of what he's actually doing, he's psyching himself up is what he's doing. But in terms of like what we're seeing as the viewer, he's yelling and getting stronger. So it's one of those things that, yeah, they're both unique, but one is very different from the other. One's not anything goes when it comes to anime logic. It's more that this happens because of this for one reason or another. Whereas Toon Force is, I can do whatever I want. It's funny, so I can do whatever I want. That's basically what Toon Force is compared to anime logic, at least from my perception of it. Maybe you have a different idea what Toon logic is, or Toon logic, well, technically, what Toon Force and anime logic is. I think most people will agree what Toon Force is, but I think people may have a difference of opinion on what anime logic is. So yeah, if you have a different idea of what anime logic is, and if it's better than Toon Force, let me know in the comments below. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be back in a little bit with a couple other discussion videos just to have something to do. So thanks. See you.